Hi SKIE'S fam, it's skiede here. Today we're going to be solving for the axis of symmetry and vertex. Here we have the quadratic equation y is equal to x squared plus 4x plus 5. This follows the format y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Let's just quickly identify numbers here. For our first term, we have 1x squared. Although I said x squared, there's always an invisible 1 whenever you have a variable by itself. So 1 is going to be considered a. Here we have 4x, which follows the same format as bx up here. So 4 will be equal to b. And lastly, we have 5, a number by itself without any variable next to it. Same thing as c, so 5 will be equal to c. Now, first let's find the axis of symmetry. To find the axis of symmetry, we have to find x, or use the formula negative b over 2a. In order to do this, we're just going to substitute any term here that matches this formula. Since we don't know what x is, we're trying to solve for x, so we can't fill this in, but we can fill the rest in. So, 4 is b, so we're going to write negative 4, because in the formula, 4 is going to be negative. Now we're going to write 2 down here, times a, which is 1. This is equal to negative 4 over 2, because anything times 1 is the number. Negative 4 divided by 2 is equal to negative 2. Since x is equal to this formula, this means that x is equal to negative 2. So let's just write that here so that we don't forget. Now, how to find the vertex? Well, the vertex consists of 2 points, h and k, or we can rename it to x and y. Now, we found our x, but now we got to find our y. The easiest way to do this is to substitute x into anywhere that you see x in this equation. So, here we have x squared, which will be negative 2 squared, plus 4x, so plus 4 times negative 2, plus 5. There's no variable near 5, so 5 would just be 5. So, what we're going to do is we're going to solve this, or simplify it. Let's start with our first term, negative 2 squared. This is the same thing as negative 2 times negative 2, and a negative times a negative is a positive. So negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Here we have 4 times negative 2, which will give us negative 8. And then we have 5 by itself. So using PEMDAS, we either do multiplication or addition first, whichever comes first from left to right. So, since this comes first, let's do this. 4 minus 8. This gives us negative 4, plus 5. This is the same thing as 5 minus 4, which is equal to 1. So this means y is equal to 1. So in order to write this, we're going to put a parenthesis here. And since it's x comma y, we're going to have negative 2 comma 1. So our axis of symmetry, or x, is negative 2, but our vertex is negative 2 and 1. If you want to know how to solve for axis of symmetry and the vertex, if there is no bx or if there's no c, make sure to stay tuned for our next video coming up soon. I hope this helped you, and if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share with family and friends so that you can understand. Thank you for listening and watching. Bye!